What's up, Fish Tank TV? It's Mateo. I got my plants from Dustin came in today, and I haven't seen any videos online or on the site, with the exception of like one that wasn't very good, but I won't say any names, of plants from Dustin or unboxing plants from Dustin. And guys are on the chat all the time asking about where to get plants, where to buy plants, and I'm pretty sure Dustin is the place to go. So I'm going to do an unboxing video to show what they're like. And I got my hot girlfriend on my bed, so it doesn't get much better than that. So here we go. I'll tell you what, regardless of what the plants look like, just dealing with Dustin in general was very easy. He's very accommodating, especially because he was on vacation with his family at the time, and he was still, you know, contacting me, letting me know what was up, still working with me, so that's a bonus. We got a little letter here. Just let me know what's in the box. Let's see. It does smell pretty ripe. Don't know if there's an easy way to do this without making a mess. So I'm just gonna cut it. He's got a whole bag. I asked him to send me a whole bunch of duckweed, which he for sure did. Whoa. Okay, that reeks. That smells pretty bad. Okay, I'm gonna make a second part of this video because I'm about to hurl, so I'll be back. Alright, Dustin's plant order part 2. Just a heads up, you might want some kind of oxygen mask / lung respirator when you open up the bags from Dustin, because it is water, stagnant water that has been baking in the sun for 3 days. So it's a little potent. So my order consists of Rotella indica here. It doesn't look like there's a lot there, but he definitely hooked me up. There's like 15 little stems in there, so it just looks bunched up because it's all wet. Then he hooked me up with some dwarf sage. He gave me a ton of dwarf sage, more than enough for what I paid, that's for sure. Totally hooked me up on that. This stuff, I always see like TSK's Stargrass and Q's Stargrass, and so I ordered some. Not what I was expecting, not disappointed, but just not what I was expecting. You can see the roots that it has already. The plant itself is pretty frail. That's probably due to shipping. I'm sure once it gets established it's a little more sturdy, but it's just more curious than anything. Just wasn't expecting that. Then I got his Indian red sword, which is pretty badass. Had a ton of leaves on it, like 4 of them fell off during shipping, but look at the roots on that thing. I think it's gonna take off no problem once it starts eating my soil. And then he hooked me up with three other swords that He said were small to medium, but it was actually going to be perfect size for my tank. So 3 swords for sure. Totally worth it, and super stoked. Another little cautionary note. I said, hey Dustin, I know you kind of have an overwhelming amount of duckweed. How about you give me some? Yeah, I didn't know. Let's just say this: a little duckweed goes a long way. Semi-regretting the amount of duckweed I just put in my tank. Like, can't do anything without having massive herpy duckweed explosion on my arms and desk. But bad news is you know, it multiplies like crazy. Good news is it multiplies like crazy, so you can always just keep getting rid of it, and whatever. Oh, the only thing that's kind of a bummer is here's my $10 red tiger lotus. He did warn me that was a little bit on the chumpy side. One little leaf on it, but it has roots, and I believe in the dirt system, and I believe that in time my little buddy there will grow back big and strong. So I'll make a video after I plant all these guys in and show you what it looks like. I also picked up, I've been looking for a Nubius congensis at all kinds of different stores. Couldn't find it. Seen it at Petco yesterday, so I picked up a Nubius congensis, and hopefully that works out well. Hey guys, it's Mateo, coming back with the final installment of the Dustin's plant order review. Did a couple videos when I got them. It was like 2 days ago. Just been crazy busy, so I'm coming back with the final video right now. I put the plants in. I don't know if I really like the way they look. I just wanted to get them in there because I knew I was going to be really busy for the next couple days, so they had to go in. So please don't judge me on my aquascaping just yet. And so yeah, let me give you a little bit more in-depth review. I planted the stargrass up here in front. I said in my first video when I was unboxing them, didn't quite. I was surprised to see that stargrass was such a frail plant. Not saying that Dustin's plants are not healthy, just major props to TSK specifically for making his stargrass look like it's like almost a tree. TSK, your stargrass is like so green, all that jazz. So anyway, got my stargrass. It's gonna take a while to you know, get over the shock and get established, and then, you know, come back in its beauty. But there's the stargrass. I planted the jungle val all behind these rocks, so that's done intentionally. Just right now you can't see them. You can see a little bit right there, but all behind these rocks is jungle val. Eventually it's all gonna grow up, block my bubbles crap, block my filter, block my heater. So yeah, that's all done intentionally. You can see it behind the rocks here, jungle val. Dustin hooked me up with maybe like 8 stems, more than enough for the size tank I have. Then he also hooked me up with, like I said, he hooked me up with 3 sword plants. We got a sword back there, totally healthy, totally green. He's always talking about how the stems, the vine in his plants is good and healthy and strong, which it is. This is the Nubius congensis. I didn't get that one from Dustin, but there it is. Dwarf Sagittaria, planted that here in the front. I say Dwarf Sagittaria, don't actually know if this is dwarf. This might be the giant Sagittaria. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not too familiar. This is the first time I own these 2 plants, but so I don't know if this is just Dwarf Sagittaria grown very tall, or if this is giant Sagittaria in its medium stage. So yeah. Then I got the IRS, the Indian Red. I'm gonna do you proud on this one, Dustin. I got this thing sitting on top of a whole gold mine of clay. This thing, I'm gonna get it nice and red for you. You're not gonna be disappointed that you sent it to some punk kid in California. This is gonna do you proud. Then I have another sword plant right behind it back there. And then another sword plant behind my piece of driftwood. So Dustin definitely hooked me up with the swords. He also hooked me up with a nice fatty chunk of rotella back here. It's gonna take a while to, you know, get off to the shock like the rest, but definitely very happy. I just got done de-duckweeding my tank. I don't know if you've seen my first, well, you'll see my first video if you're watching this one because I'm gonna put them together, but the whole top of this tank was completely covered in duckweed. And yeah, so he definitely made sure I had enough of that. My final overall you know, consensus so far from ordering from Dustin is 1 was super easy. 2, even though he was busy, he was still kept in contact with me, let me know what was going on, didn't just push me off to the side and be like, hey man, I'm not gonna be back for a couple days, leave me alone. The plants all arrived here, you know, on time. They all arrived here in good condition, with the exception of one, my red tiger lotus. My red tiger lotus is no more. In the first part of the video I showed you the tiger lotus with its one little leaf, and again Dustin didn't surprise me with that. He did tell me ahead of time that it was a little bit iffy. So you win some, you lose some. Maybe I can try to get another red tiger lotus either somewhere else or something like that, because I think one would look really good in here. Overall quality for the value that I paid, 100% satisfied. You might be the first time you're buying plants from Dustin and go on there and be like, you know, what the hell, why is it so much, blah blah blah. It's if you were to add up these plants with the quantity that Dustin gave me, it would far exceed what he charges. And it's Dustin. Come on guys, we're using his site. He put this community together for us. You know, he has a job, but how awesome would it be if he had so many plant orders? He didn't have to sell telephone systems or whatever it is he does, and he could just kick back and fool with his plants all day and send them to us because we know how much he likes that. So yeah, this is the final installment. I'm gonna come back in a couple weeks with plant growth, but no more rating my experience with Dustin. Overall, A+, Dustin.